Today I have 5 amazing new AI tools that can convert your ideas into full-fledged websites, functional, animated, brand-oriented, and a lot of other cool stuff that you can do with these AI tools as well. And of course, you don't have to know any code or design for this. Let's get into these tools and let's see which fits best for you. All right, so the first one is by Google itself. It's called Google Gemini 3, which is their new model. This model is supported by their new tool, which is Google Antigravity, which is basically an IDE. If you're a developer, you know what that is. This is very good for designers who want to build something and then hand it over to developers. It also lets you use the latest pro models. So Antigravity is good for that as well. It's free and you can download it on your Mac or your Windows. Now, an alternative for this, which I personally use all the time, is Google AI Studio. Now, Google AI Studio allows you to use image generation, illustration generation tools as well. But now with Gemini 3, they have a dedicated page where you define what you want to create, like a website or something. You can even upload images and videos of a website that you like, a screen recording, let's just say, and it converts your screen recording or your image to a full-fledged website. It tries and replicate it as close as possible without it seeming like a copy of the original, if you get what I mean. It also has the ability to add animations without you asking. So if you wanted to add a parallax animation to, say, an image, it can do that, but it might add some hover animations or click animations depending on what the design is. So if it's a menu, it'll add a menu animation by default. You can then later on change it. This is super cool because you have the entire suite of AI tools by Google in one place, so Google AI Studio is definitely my #1 on this list. Now, both Google AI Studio as well as Antigravity are free of cost to start off with. You can use their free model or be on a limited budget, so as to say, where they give you limited credits. Want to take it to the next level for your company or something, you can always buy more credits or get the Google Gemini Premium or Pro subscriptions. It works that way as well. I'll pop some prices up on screen. If it suits you, you can always go for either of these. Now, the second one is Aura.build. It's another freemium AI tool. It's built by Mengto on Twitter. He's popular for building websites and using AI tools. This is his very own AI tool, which is pretty cool. Now, what they're boasting is the ability to create these beautiful animated websites with incredible backgrounds, really cool, unique graphics and images. A lot of cool UI elements that you might not find on the other tools in this list. Things like bento grids, the ability to add scroll animations. They also have a bunch of templates that other designers have created using this tool. So you can always replicate what they did. There's a list of all the AI commands that they gave, the prompts that they gave. And if that works for you, you can always sort of copy paste those commands into your own projects, which again is great for beginners if you're a beginner. All right, this project definitely has its hiccups. It's not 100% bug-free. You might get some functionality issues, or you might have put a prompt but it doesn't work very well. So don't expect too much. It's an individual project, but it looks pretty cool. It has different pricing models, so it's not 100% free. It will give you this limit on how you can use the tool or what features you can use. But once again, if you want a beautiful landing page, this is just ideal for you. The third one is by Webflow. Now, Webflow is one of the pioneers of no code, which means that when we used to program websites by hand, it was just code. Now, they recently instated an AI feature called AI Web Builder, which again, as the name suggests, allows you to put in a prompt and it just converts that prompt into a fully fledged website. What's cool about this, it asks you all these different questions. Do you want your website to look modern? Do you want it to look minimal? It might even ask you if you want a certain section built or entire website. So if you want like a hero section or a footer or a form, you can design individual sections with this as well. Apart from that, you're more than free to write a detailed description, and based on that detailed description, it will also write content for you. This is very crucial because content on websites and copy on websites is crucial for conversions, crucial for what the people or the users understand. It's pretty insane how much business copy can bring you. So they're also focused on that. This AI tool inside the designer lets you change titles, change text. You can elongate the titles, shorten the titles, make it a little more user-friendly. You also have the ability to improve the website's SEO. How the website appears in the search engines like Google, it can help you improve that visibility of your business as well, which is pretty cool. This is one of the few tools that focuses on that. You can even ask the tool how to use Webflow. So if you don't know how to use Webflow, it's fine. The AI will guide you in using the tool as well, which is a nice little touch. Most other tools don't do this. Building a website on Webflow with Webflow AI right now is free. It's still in beta. You can use Webflow AI for, I believe, 2 projects. After that, it blocks you, and the pages are limited. So the pricing structure is fair. If you're trying to create a simple website, it's free. If you want an e-commerce website, it gives you an e-commerce website but for a price. So a lot of different features are behind a paywall, but the free ones are pretty good. Now, the fourth one isn't a full web development tool. It's more of a design-focused tool, but it allows you to export into Figma and Webflow straight up, so it'll develop it for you as well. It's called Relume. I've been using this for like 4 or 5 years for design projects and for my own personal projects. This allows you to basically create a wireframe. So if you want to create a structure before you get into design, this is perfect. It also allows you to create a proper navigation. If you have a full-fledged website with hundreds of pages, it could create a proper structured navigation for you. Once that is done, you can actually ask it to create a style guide based on your brand. So if your brand is something like Coca-Cola, red, white, black, it will try and replicate your website based on your brand. It'll also try and add messaging, titles, stuff like that based on your brand's guidelines. Apart from that, it also gives you the option to make your text more friendly, make it longer, things like that. And it allows you to pair fonts. If you really want to add that little bit of design where the fonts are different, but they pair very well together, like fine wine and cheese, this is going to try and do that as well for you. And all these fonts are mostly royalty-free for most users. So once again, you're not having to even pay for the premium fonts unless you choose to do so. It also has like a nice little color generator. It generates this color palette for you. So if you don't know much about colors, you can rely on this tool to create a primary color, secondary color, tertiary color, a base color, all that in one tool. It also generates images and illustrations based on with the proper color palette and everything in mind, which is again a nice little touch which you will find useful if you're creating a full-fledged website. All these websites being designed in Relume are fully responsive, and you can export this into Figma or Webflow for further designing or development. Now, it doesn't add functionality as of yet to buttons and stuff like that, but with Webflow AI, it'll recognize a button, it'll add functionality to the button, stuff like that. So once again, seamless integration with these tools. Relume is more designer-centric, easier to use, less cumbersome as well as less cognitive load because again, there's no code involved. It doesn't feel complex. It's a very friendly tool. Once again, free of cost for the first few projects with a limited set of AI usability, but I have the pricing on the page. You can always use the link if you want to support the channel. Use the link in the description. Now, the next one's by Figma. If you don't know about Figma, it's one of the biggest UX design tools in the world. It has millions of users and it's a billion-dollar company. They recently introduced something called Figma Sites and Figma Make, which go hand in hand, where you can build real functional apps. So if you want to build a web app that allows you to check inventory, connected to the back end of your warehouse, let's just say, it can build an entire fully functional inventory app for you for free. Now, Figma Make is recently free with, again, limited capabilities with a certain set of functionality which you can get for free. It also gives you the ability to converse with an AI. It's more conversational in nature. So you're not trying to give it commands, you're trying to converse with it as if it were a real designer or developer creating this. It's also baked right into the Figma app. So if you ever design on Figma, you can even export it immediately to Figma Make, which makes it much more seamless and easier for most people. You also have Figma Sites, just like Webflow and all the other AI tools I mentioned. It allows you to create, again, based on commands and prompts, create this really cool website designed. And what's cool about this, it creates a design system for you. And these designs are genuinely unique. They're not something you'll find on the internet. They're also very usable, which means that even someone with a bad eyesight or issues communicating with technology, someone who is disabled can even use these designs. Figma really focuses on those aspects as well. So if you're focused on that, this is great for you. Unlike other tools, this has limited functionality. If you want a more simpler landing page or something with less functionality, like a contact us form or a page which takes users to your business and stuff like that, is fine. Both have different pricings. I'll probably attach it up here on screen. You can check it out for free. You can use these for a limited time with limited functionality. But apart from that, if you get the premium, it gives you a lot more than the other tools might in some cases. But once again, check it out and compare for yourself. Last but not the least is Framer. Once again, just like Figma, Framer is a design-focused, web design-focused tool. So it's not for UI and UX, it's more for web development. Unfortunately, the AI site builder isn't that great. It gives you random results and it's not as conversational in nature, but they now have a tool called Framer Builder. Now, Framer Builder allows you to create, much like Figma Make, realistic widgets for your website. So if you want a calendar that works on your website for booking third-party tool into your website, it can do that. So it basically works with that tool seamlessly. You can even ask Figma Build to improve your websites and stuff like that. So a lot of functionality is recently being added with this Framer Builder. Now, Framer Builder is pretty cool. Again, just like Webflow, they have like a premium tier, but a free plan, which allows you to create a smaller website with not a lot of pages and less data. But apart from that, you get all of the other features that you've seen before with Webflow. It's very designer-centric, so it's less overwhelming than Webflow, and the AI is also pretty neat here. You can add a lot of animations, a lot of pre-built assets that the community has created. So the Framer community is definitely a little more active and a little more helpful. You even have plugins which work as if providing assistance to your design projects. So once again, plugins are a plus in this case as compared to other tools. But once again, check out the pricing. There are different price tiers. If you want to check out my last video where I focus on presentation tools, creating presentations with AI without having to lift a finger or without having to do the hard work. It's an assistant creating a presentation for you, like a PPT for you. Once again, thank you for all the support. I'll see you in the next video next week. Until next time, take care. God bless.